Welcome to English with Teacher. I'm Teacher. So today I'm going to make this little video to kind of introduce myself to everyone and explain where I came from and how I got to where I am. My students keep telling me that I should do it, and so here it is. So first of all, I'm Canadian. Born, raised, my parents, my grandparents, they're all from Canada. So, I'm 52 years old, and probably about, we'll say 6 years ago, I decided that I didn't want to retire in Canada. It's very expensive here. I don't like the way things are going socially, politically. There's a lot of detriments to Canada that it just doesn't feel like a good fit for me anymore. So I started researching and I started looking at cheap places to retire. And interestingly enough, I know quite a few Canadian men that are married to Filipino women. And the Philippines came up as a retirement place. So I went to the best source of information I know of, YouTube, and started looking up the Philippines. And I happened across a channel. I believe it was the first videos that I ever watched on the Philippines. And they were by a gentleman named Rike. And I believe his channel was Life Beyond the Sea. He still makes videos. I find him to be very analytical, very logical. My brain works really good with the information the way he provides it. So I got a real appreciation for him. And then he introduced his friend Gio. And so I started watching Gio's channel, Gio in the Philippines. And then I happened across Paul's channel, Old Dog New Tricks. Him and Baby May, and they do excellent videos. He's provided me with information I never thought of. And more recently, there's a Filipina P, and you gotta watch her because she's just hilarious. And she has really good information too. So, after years of watching, studying, learning about the Philippines, every YouTuber that I watched tells you the good and the bad. There were some things that I didn't think were quite so hot about the Philippines. The good still outweighs the bad, don't get me wrong. The people there seem great. But it seems like a much more emotionally charged culture. Things in the country, from what they say, don't work the way they're supposed to a lot of the time, which I have a little bit too much of an A-type personality for that. And I think I would find a lot of things in the Philippines kind of frustrating. So, as I say, the good still outweighed the bad, and I was still thinking about going there. Then Rike moved for a time to Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So he was there, and I started listening to the way he was talking about Vietnam, thinking, that sounds really interesting. One of the things he said was, you had to be cautious about the language barrier. So, I enjoy languages to begin with. I decided to look into that. I went into a Facebook group, I know it was one of the language exchange groups, but there's like 4 of them. I can't remember exactly which one it was. So, I went in there and I started meeting people from Vietnam. And I found out Vietnamese isn't that difficult of a language. Every word is one syllable. I also found out that I can't learn it I would have to be exposed to it much longer. If I get to the country, I will be able to learn Vietnamese very easily, I believe. So, as I was talking with people, I realized that all the students need English to graduate university. So I started teaching them. Now, I have never taken a teaching course. I have absolutely no background in this. Everything that I do, I taught myself how to do. One thing that I realized very quickly was they could learn grammar, they could learn everything that they needed to learn from their Vietnamese instructors, except how to pronounce the words properly. They didn't know how to move their mouths to make the sound. And the reason for this is quite simple. Their teachers didn't know how to move their mouths to make the proper sound. So this is what I focused on. And this is what I'm still teaching myself. And this is what I'm teaching my students from, is this knowledge. So I've taught Vietnamese students for about 2 years. I have around 15 students who have gone through their university, graduated their university exams, and have gone on to careers. I still chat with them on Facebook Messenger the odd time, and we say hello to each other and make sure we're doing good and everything like that. Currently, I have 6 students in Vietnam that you don't see in the videos. Okay? One of my students is going to start doing videos with me. But I still have another 5 students that I've been teaching them for a long time and they're not comfortable doing videos. So, I've learned the hardest things the Vietnamese people have to overcome when pronouncing English. My next step, I've started to learn the hardest things that Chinese people need to overcome when learning English. And I've branched out and I have a couple Chinese students. I'm still looking for another Chinese student. The next language background that I want to tackle is Japanese. So, once I get more comfortable with the Chinese difficulties, I'm going to start searching out Japanese students. And I will keep expanding. My goal is to get enough people interested that eventually I can monetize the channel. Also, YouTube is not available to most people in China. So I want to start a web page. And hopefully I can get a web page up and running and keep the fees so minimal. I want to get away with like $5 Canadian a person for a month subscription. Through that, you'll also be able to book private lessons with me, which will of course cost more. But eventually I want to start making enough money off of that I can retire in Vietnam. I really fit in with the Vietnamese people. I have an appreciation for them and their culture. They appreciate me, and I would very much love to move there. So this is my goal. So I'll be expanding. I'll be doing more videos. I need you guys to like and share my videos. I need to get more subscribers. I need to get my popularity up. When I do that, then I can look at expanding. And as I say, my goal is to get enough of an income, and it doesn't take much of an income to be able to retire in Vietnam. That's the beautiful thing about the country. And I would really like to end up there, teaching English and just enjoying my life. So, that's it. Even if I don't end up there, I enjoy helping people. And I enjoy seeing my students succeed. So I will always keep doing this. And I really hope it's a benefit to everyone who watches me. Because my goal, my first goal above everything else, is to help you get farther in your life and what you need to do. So please, I encourage you, if any time you have a question that you need answered about a lesson, ask in the comments. I want to help you. I can't do that if you don't tell me. Okay? But thank you very much. I just wanted to let you know why I'm here, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and give you a bit of my background. So, that being said, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next video.